I was very excited to get an opening night. I think the story of the game was certainly our front on defense. 16 tackles for loss, 8 sacks. We felt like watching us in training camp that we'd have some guys that could have big performances. You just don't ever know in that opening game in a new scheme is it really going to come to fruition. And it was a sight to see. It was tough on those guys to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. The quarterback was under pressure all night. Did a really good job of limiting explosive plays on defense, and what that allowed is that allowed our offense to get into a rhythm. Certainly, we had a really good first drive of the game, which netted us 3 points. And what I liked is that when we kind of hit a wall from a scoring standpoint, nobody panicked. We knew the plays would be there. You have to give credit to Elon. I thought they played us very well. They put a lot of guys around the box, made it very difficult to run the football. And when people do that, you have to attack them down the field. And I think when we watch the film, I think the story of our game was the shots that we hit, and then also the shots that we were probably an inch or two away from hitting. And that will give our players, I think, some confidence to realize how close they were from a truly dominating performance in terms of attacking the coverages that Elon was playing against us. And then I'm proud of the offensive line and our backs. I thought the running game, as time went on, got better and better. The last kind of big drive in the fourth quarter, we were able to break some type of runs. So that was very encouraging. Special team standpoint, Topolino, making the field goals was really big. We did not have a penalty enforced against us tonight, which in an opener is really good. I thought as a new staff, I think we had to burn one timeout in the first half. Other than that, procedurally we were pretty clean and sound, things that you worry about in an opener. So you make a big jump between week 1 and week 2, and we need to make a big jump. We're going on the road to a Big Ten opponent, but it's nice to do that with the first one under our belt. Questions?
What did you like most out of what your defensive line showed you? Is winning the one-on-one battles, is that the main thing, or is there something else?
They just went, and I know that sounds so silly, but they just attacked. The way that this defense is really designed to. And then once they got the nose for it, they didn't stop. They were just relentless, and you never felt the lull. You always felt like the quarterback was under duress, and they tried different things. They tried to move the pocket. They tried chipping. They tried some maximum protection, and it didn't seem like it mattered, which is a credit to our guys. So I do feel like the depth, the numbers that we have. We rolled through a lot of guys at the D tackle position. We rolled through a lot of guys at the defensive end position. I think that was a big help as well to help us stay fresh and really be in that attack mode.
Was that schematic on your end, or was that individual effort? What would you attribute that to?
Well, both. You have to give the individuals the credit because they're the ones that make the plays. But as we mentioned all offseason, our goal is to be one of the top teams in the country in tackle for loss. So 16 for us in the scheme it's a lot, but it's not like that's not happened before. You just don't normally expect that to happen in week 1, game 1. So I think we'll get a lot of confidence from that in terms of how we play our front, how we play our linebackers. But to see a guy like Cam Bergeron, making the plays he made, I think he had 2.5 tackle for losses. BJ Anthony, there's just a lot of guys that I thought showed up tonight.
Manny, how much did that touchdown in the first half change the narrative going into locker room at halftime?
I think it did. There's no way that that 3-0 you feel it's tight, and Elon was doing a really good job on offense of just slowing the game down, trying to take the air out of the game and shorten the game.